Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Okay, I'm just waiting for Lee. Here we go. I've sent you the invite. Good morning.
Why can't you see me? That's weird. Hold on. Ah.
There she is. How are you doing?
I'm good. On the go, but good. Just put you in
Always
a...
away.
Always, eh?
Definitely. How's the weather by you? It is like brutal here.
It's gloomy. Pretty much gloomy. But at least it's not the rest of South Africa unless it's going to hit us later.
We've been hit all
It's not...
morning with rain. Have you got the rain?
We just got rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other people, like in the rest of the world, rest of South Africa, it's like level 8 warnings and all of
Ugh,
that.
that's not good. This weather's so bizarre. I mean,
Yes.
it's even overseas. It's completely different as well. It's like the whole world is just going in this crazy weather storm and crazy life thing happening.
Life has been very interesting lately. I think for everyone, I think everyone can give a spin to their own story and we can make short stories and make it into a book. How everyone,
It's true, right?
because this year started, it's just galloping constantly.
Whew. Honestly, I feel like I've just woken up and it's already, like May from
Yeah,
December. It's
yeah.
it's just there. It's come, and I'm like, when did this happen? You know what I mean? It's,
I
you
mean,
know,
literally, when was it? The end of February. That's when hubby said to me, "Okay, we're gonna move now." What? Are we here already? What is happening? Huh? So it's,
crazy.
but with the chaos, there is so many good things that's happening, especially the support everyone gives, everyone, especially in SAIAA and the Hive. Wow,
Yeah,
the support is insane. Um, how everyone is there for one another, especially you and Michelle, Anastasia, and the governing body. Mm.
it's everyone. You know, it's
Yes,
it's a it's
definitely.
a, and I always say it. It takes a village to make change. It takes a village. It takes different personalities, different ideas, and it's not about being led by ego. It is about being on an equal playing field and actually being honest, in
Yeah.
saying this is lacking. We need to back up here. We need to sort this. We need to do this. And it's not about, how can I put it? No one is better than anybody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Good morning.
Good
I see we have
morning.
Zaria's on. Good morning. So, for me, for something that started as a little idea has just exploded into this amazing world, which
I,
I would never have predicted.
no, not at all. I still have to pinch myself constantly, like, wow, okay, this is passion. This is what passion feels like. I haven't felt this in a
Yeah.
minute. And I think a few people are feeling the same thing. And because we came in this so fast, so quick, so amazing, so much light, happiness, joy, kindness, mindfulness, all of that. Not everyone, and we spoke about it. I think I spoke a touch base with Natasha also. Um, not everyone's going to have the same passion as what we have, but by showing it off, by showing what we are doing, I think we're spreading that message, definitely.
I think so. But what I love about it is that it's a community of different things.
Mm.
You know, it's not just about the author. It's about the people who support the authors. You know, it comes from our alpha, beta readers, ARC readers, our people who do the editing, do the line editing, do the copy editing, the graphic designing, the
All of
marketing.
it.
It is a whole thing. And oh, Terry's on, and happy release day, Terry. May it bring you much joy.
Well done, girl. Well done. We're
Yeah,
so proud of
definitely
you.
well done. It is such a hard thing, right? I mean, it's like people say, oh, release day, and they're like, well, what's that really? You know, but to an
Mm.
author, release day, not only does it bring a lot of happiness, it brings a lot of stress because you've done so much for such a period of time. You've been working on this, you've been, you know, going through the motions, you've been trying to make sure it's the best of your ability, plus also fighting that lovely subconscious that says you're not
Mm.
good enough.
The inner saboteur, that
Yeah,
shadow
so
self that wants to take over.
exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So when it comes to release day, even though it should be celebrated, it's usually a time of like, oh, now what?
Okay, I
You know
did
what
it
I mean?
now. I'm done now. I did the thing. No, now
It's
it
not
just
done.
starts. Now it just
Yeah.
starts. Now it's a
And
whole other chapter.
I think that's what people don't understand is that once you've written the book, once you've done all the editing, the beta reading and all of that, and it comes to the release day, that is just the beginning because you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be speaking about this, but also not speaking about it too much that it becomes spammy. You know what I mean? On top of it as well.
It's such
Um,
a thin line to walk, because maybe the content doesn't land like people want it to land. Maybe you
yeah,
think it's so good, but I think that's also why this community exists because someone outside of your little bubble can look at it and go, hey, maybe change that. Maybe add
yeah,
this. Maybe don't say this. Because when you are doing it all alone, you don't see those things. You don't
no,
notice, oh, oops, I put an article in front of the title here instead of
yeah.
removing that. That shouldn't have been there. Um, so yeah, it's a big thing. So launch day is now the fun part, but very
Well,
thin
so we
line to
think.
walk. So we think it's fun, but it just, yeah, it's a lot. There's so many layers to being an author and a writer and a
Yeah,
creative. I don't think people really understand. I never grasped the idea
no.
when I started this whole journey. I thought it's just writing and there we go. Mm-mm.
Write the book, let it out. No chance, my friend. I wish it was like that,
No.
but it also makes us very rounded as people. We've got so much ability to want to learn. You know, we have so much of okay, how can I make this better? Because every time we do something, we are getting better because it's
Yes.
practice. And I also think because of the world we're in today, people are wanting instant gratification. They're wanting that quick fix, you know, like TikTok. It's a 60-second reel and, you know, it's that quick clickbait stuff.
Yeah. People
But
don't want to sit and listen anymore.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, right? And so for indie authors themselves, it's difficult as it is, you know, and having to make sure that you are hitting the right targets, if you want to say, call them targets or, you know, levels of things within yourself. Um, well,
I think,
it's, you know what I mean? It's like,
yes.
okay, all right, I've written a book. Now I've got to market the book.
Mm.
But you can't market to such an extent that every single thing is about said thing. And that's where the
Yeah.
beauty of street teams come in and ARC readers come in. Because
They each bring a
it's
different
lots of
flavor to the
different,
pot.
exactly, different personalities
Mm.
that see a different thing within a book, you know,
Yes.
which is exciting. And I
Mm.
don't know about you, but when you get responses from people that have read your work, it's
It's,
like winning the lottery.
yes. It doesn't even matter if it, put it this way. getting different perspective, may it be a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, whatever review I'm getting information, I'm learning, I'm
Yeah.
growing, and it's just like, I feel like a little dog wagging okay, I'm a panda, so my little panda tail's wagging so hard, I can go like in little circles. I mean, receiving the actual physical copy of Michelle's book. I've been
Yeah.
reading the ebook. It's very special.
Yeah.
Um, and when I tell you how Blood and Salt is going, or I tell Natasha, oh wow, I see you posting things and stuff, it does something for a person. That recognition, that validation, we all need it. We do.
Especially when it comes from people we don't really know.
Yes, that
Do you
too.
know what I mean? Because I don't know about you, but I've heard this a lot from a lot of people, is that a lot of people get more support from people that they've not actually met.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I can understand that, because a lot of, say your family
Mm.
don't want to read your book. A lot of the time I can kind of get it, because you know them so well as well. So it's like, well, are they really writing a book? It's that kind of, that's that kind of like,
Yes.
are they really an author? Or, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
I thought the other day that you were baking cookies. I thought the other day that you were
yeah,
being a yoga instructor or whatever. People leave you where they last left you. And that also happens with
yeah,
family, friendships, things like that. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. But people, strangers are your biggest supporters. Massive. Word of mouth, best kind of marketing. So
definitely.
beta readers, street teams, all of that. It all comes together at the end of the day, and some random is going to message you and say, hey, I like your stuff.
Yeah,
I want that. How do I get that? And you're going to be so flabbergasted and so surprised, like, oh my word, it's reaching people.
yeah,
That was the whole point, wasn't it? And then your
yeah,
family starts, and then people come out of the cracks and like, oh,
yeah,
you're an author? Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that. I've
It's
always wanted to write a
crazy.
book too. Oh, I also write. Oh, can you help
Yeah.
me?
It's so funny. I mean, I remember, because obviously I wrote in secret for a very long
Yes,
time, because
very long.
mine was from a space of healing from trauma, and it just gave me an outlook when I was extremely sick.
Pen to
And I never
paper,
thought in a
best
million
therapy.
years. Exactly. So when I did let people know I wrote books, um, it was quite interesting, because I had, like, my husband was like, I can't believe you hid this from me. And he's like, what the hell? But then he's my biggest cheerleader. But he
Yes.
will always tell me the truth in all my
Mm,
work. He will
mm.
tell me, he's blunt. He will say,
I know he
Andy, this is
is.
not working. But then I'll get people that'll turn around and say, well, are you sure you were writing books in that sense? Because why wouldn't you share it with people?
And it's like,
Sometimes we do
why are
things
you
in the
doing that?
background.
Yes, because we're
We do
shy.
things in the background.
It's the resentment of it all. It's about
Mm,
being rejected because you've been rejected so many times in your life when you know you've done the work. And then
mm,
usually it's a family member or someone close to you that brings you down and says, but why are you writing this? Why don't you stick to what you know? Or whatever the case may be. And then
yeah.
you surprise them and go, no, but this is actually me. I've just been hiding it because I'm so scared of the rejection. I'm so scared of showing my true
Mm,
self, this little creative
yeah,
part of me.
it
But
could be
once
that.
you do that first step,
Yeah,
then
definitely. I think there's still this thing that to be an author, you have to be a certain type of person. You
yes,
have to be a certain English major, or you have to be a wordsmith, or blah, blah, blah that comes along with it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't believe that. I believe everyone's got a story that they can tell,
yes.
and it comes down to bravery, whether or not you put that down on paper.
Mm,
Because grammar, spelling, all of that can be fixed.
Yeah.
You can go on courses to learn about that. You can have editors, you can have the copywriters, you can have all of the help that you need.
Mm,
But you're the one who creates a story.
yes.
So you've got to get it onto the paper first. And you never know. It could be the next bestseller. It could be something that changes somebody's life. And that's the beauty of words.
I think that's what keeps most authors going as well. I know that's what keeps me going, is this is going to change someone. This, when they read this, they're going to feel something. I want them to feel something, and that's going to change them. That's what keeps me going as an author. So, what keeps you going as an author, Angela?
What keeps me going? It helps me. So I do it from a space of I do it from a space of firstly healing.
Good, yes.
And because my voice was taken away for many, many years with regards to my choices, my life, everything due to trauma, now I've got the words and I can have them however I want them.
Oh,
So mine come from a space of, you know what, I might have been that 8-9-year-old kid that struggled to read. I'm now 51 and I'm a published author.
wow.
And that can
Wow.
be for anybody. I have been a victim of horrendous stuff, but I'm still here standing up, still here sharing. And maybe my one story might change someone's life. And that is the biggest thing that I could bring to the table. So I'll never stop writing. You know, whether somebody likes it or not, that's down to them, because we all have different preferences within things. It could be from colors, it can be from food choices. But I think when it comes to authorships and writing, a lot of authors get very, some of them can be quite entitled in the sense of, well, I wrote the book, so you need to like it. No, my friend, that's not how it works. You know, I don't read, so personally, I don't read horror or psychological thrillers because of my trauma.
Yes, but that's your preference.
So
Yes.
that's my preference. But just because one of my good friends might write it doesn't mean that I think less of them, or
No.
I just can't. But you know what I mean? I think people feel that just because they've wrote a book nowadays, that everyone's got to love it.
Yeah.
There's this entitlement at the moment of, well, if I don't get a 4-star or a 5-star, I'm rubbish.
No.
Dude, think of it as 100%, right? In school, in 100%, what in this country is a pass mark? What's it now? 40%?
40.
45%? So if you break down 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, a 3-star is a good response.
That's at
as
least
well.
60-65%, yeah.
You know, so I think people feel just because they've wrote the book that they're supposed to get this recognition.
But don't you think
of-
that comes down to also that dopamine hit again, getting that instant
Yes.
gratification, thinking because you're so stuck in your own bubble and you think it's so good, and because you don't want to allow the constructive criticism, because we're not always right in this lifetime. We're not. We're not
I don't want
psychic.
to be always right.
I don't want to be always
You know
right.
what I mean?
I want to learn. That's
You
the
don't
whole
learn.
point of life. So I think it's that entitlement comes from the lack of humbling, the lack of being
Yes.
like, okay, cool. I stuffed up here. Let me take the L. How can I make it better? But instead of doing that,
Yeah.
it's forced into your face. This is the best. You've got to eat it.
Yeah.
This is the way. No, then it becomes
Yeah.
very, no.
It's a very
Everything
big
no.
cancel culture as well
Yes.
at the moment.
Yes.
It's huge cancel culture. I mean, if I take my debut book, 50 Years Brave, I wrote that a very long time ago. But it was in a restrained way of writing due to my healing process. So I know if I took that book now, it would totally be different.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I've evolved as a person, as a writer, as a storyteller, and all these things. But do I regret doing it the way it was? Hell no.
No, no.
Because it was my truth when I wrote this book. This was the story I wanted to tell. I wanted to keep it a bit restrained, a bit, because the type of stories that I was telling can be quite impactful for people, and I don't want them to have that level of trauma stuck in their brains. So now,
But that's how authors should be. Like, as a
yeah,
reader as well, that follows someone, follows the author, you notice how they are growing. As characters grow, the author grows.
yeah,
And the way that you articulate yourself, the way that you do your tempo, the pacing, that also changes. Because if you stick to the same
definitely.
demographic, you're going to have, let's pretend you have a series of books. Your first book is probably going to be a 5-star, but then your second book, because you stuck to the same formatting or didn't change anything that much, you're going to get it maybe a 1-star because
Well, look at movies.
maybe, not always, but same with movies. Hey, they could have
Yeah,
stopped with Fast and Furious 10, Alanko. They
like
really
long
couldn't
time
have to go
ago.
on with that, but they did. They did.
Yeah. But then you have to think, is that about the story, or is that about the money?
There we
Do you know what
go.
I'm saying?
There we go.
So there's so many factors with regards to writing and all of this. And at the moment, how many of us that I see across the board are being brutally pulled out. But then you've got this kind of divide at the moment as well. So you have the human writers, and then you have human writers that are using the AI version of writing. Each to their own. Not for me, not for SAIAA, not for local book hive or yourself, but each to their own. Plain and simple. But when you start listening to some industry people talking about AI, they're like, do you understand what you're actually doing to your mental brain,
Yeah.
your mental health? Because you're not thinking and you're not looking at creating like problems for your characters and killing them off and making
Yes.
this like big argument between things, and testing the boundaries of writing where you're just putting in. But like I say, each to their own. If that's the route you want to go down, that is fine. But just please be aware of the impact you're actually putting on your thought processing as well, because you're pulling yourself back from fighting. Listen, a perfect example. My writers club, they gave me sci-fi as a
Yes.
writing prompt for a
That
thing.
pulled you out, babe. That pulled you out so hard.
Honestly, I was pulling these characters out kicking and screaming, because the amount of research you have to do into for sci-fi, for instance, because there are certain things that you have to be hitting, right?
Mm.
Now, this is only a 500-word story, so
It's not
it's not
easy,
like
no.
it's a book.
People
It's
must keep
hard.
quiet about a short story. Short stories, you got
It's
to hit.
hard.
It's hard. It's not easy. Mm.
You've got to make sure you don't have all the fluff in there. You've got to make sure that you're hitting certain things within.
Not repetitive.
And
You
you
can't
have
be
to.
repetitive.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So
Different
when
and
Simone.
antonyms and synonyms and metaphors
But,
and
but honestly, having those. And Simone, I could have. Yeah, Christine, who's on here at the moment, when she gave me that, I was like, my face was like thunder. I'm like, seriously. Okay. But I did it. I did
You
it.
did it, babe. You
And
did
it's
it.
made me doing these short stories every month has made me grow in so many areas that I did not think was possible. It has helped me to stop kind of sometimes, because I'm a writer that writes from a mood. So I'm just writing. I just put it down. I'm not thinking about anything else. So it stopped me from kind of maybe just like going a bit too cray cray.
Floating. Floating. Yes. 367. That's what I was saying.
It's
Yeah.
kind of, and it's also opened up my ideas of different genres. I mean, who
Yes.
knew I'd like dark fantasy and all of this? Because I didn't think I would.
Yeah.
You know, so and kind of brutal scenes, I
You're
like
very good.
doing
You're
it.
very good at it, hey?
I
You
like
so
doing it.
the way that you explain certain scenes, I feel I am that person doing that. I feel the character. I am that. Like even afterwards, after I read a piece, I'm like, "Ugh, okay, what can I? Then I take my pillow. You know, I have a pillow, and I just like hit it a bit. I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm good now.
But this is why
But that's what a
the thing
book
like
should
the
do to
writing
you.
rooms.
Mm,
But this is why the writing rooms
as well.
is going to be so impactful for people, because it's getting you out of your normal. And because I used to just write women's fiction,
Mm,
you know, I have written fantasy, you know, I've got
yes.
lots of fantasy works, but I would never have thought of, okay, I'm going to actually turn one of them into a dark fantasy. Do you see what I mean?
Mm.
But having these writing rooms and these short story prompts is
It pulls you out.
it's great.
Look, the first, I think I did February's writing prompt for the Hive, for SAIAA, and it pulled me out. I was listening to old songs, I was dancing. It put me in a space, and I
I
became
love
that
that story.
character. It was so much fun, but I also, there's a twist at the end. I will always put a twist at
Yeah.
the end. And it made me realize, hey, I'm not
Yeah.
just a children's book author. I can write other things too. And that ignited me to join other writing clubs. So I'm joining your writings club at the end of the month.
You are.
Very excited for that. And I'm already thinking about my short story and about this. I'm not going to give away the prompt, but yes, I'm very excited for that. And also our writers' rooms, SAIA's writers' rooms.
Yes.
I'm excited to see that it's not just for members, it's for everyone because we're going to get
Yeah.
poets. We're going to get people who do short word type of stories as well.
Yeah,
Spoken word.
haiku.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? It's just about maybe you love writing in a journal every day. That's your thing. That is something that the writers' rooms would love, because it's also a different form of writing.
Mm,
You know. Oh, are all the SAIAA writing? Yes, we get the same prompt. So every month we all get the same prompt,
mm.
and then every 3 months we all get together. Everyone, all the chapters. It's going to be so much
KZN,
fun.
Joburg, Cape Town, we all get together every 3 months.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to see here because Raj said it's
Okay.
actually guidance given to writers right outside your genre if you want to become better. Yes, yes.
Yes, exactly.
And then Azaria said some of the prompts are hard though. Yes, I need more
Yeah.
practice and not to be in my head so much. Babe, please keep something on the side. Just write. Many a times, a lot of my stories, I'm taking bullet points, what I've written here. And
You
then I
have
put
no
it
idea.
together. And then I start typing it. And then I come back to it like a day or two later. I'm like, oh my word, this mind map is a
Yeah.
bit crazy. Let me like structure it a bit. And that's how it flows. I'm also a mood writer. I think what gives me structure is my astrology and astronomy because that's math. That is
Yeah.
there. All the information is there. I just have to go and do the research and put it together. So that is my structured, very Virgo, need the Capricorn, I need that structure. But then here comes Aries and my Sagittarius fire that needs a little bit of chaos. So then,
Yeah, my
so
chaos
yeah.
is all over pages. It's like
So
I've got
there you
books
go.
of just different things.
And
And I
then you bring it all
have
together.
folders. I have folders all across my desktop of different works in progress. I mean, I've got finished books there that I've done years
Mm,
ago, just not
mm,
done anything with. But, and I believe that things come at the right time for
yes,
when you are ready for it, if that makes sense. So you might
yes,
write it today, but you might not actually be ready to actually do the final editing and the everything, the beta and the blah, blah, blah. It might not happen for another 10 years. But
Yeah.
people need to understand that's okay. The fact is you got the word down on the paper.
But then we're going to come back to this one now. People want that instant gratification. As an author, you feel
Yes.
pushed to put out, do this, do that. Because I
Yeah.
used to watch movies where the author runs away to a foreign place and they're in the middle of nowhere and
Yes.
now they're going to write. I'm like, isn't that very forced? And then their
I think,
publishers phoning them, telling them, hey,
yeah,
you late with your stuff. And I'm thinking, but isn't an author supposed to be a little bit of a lax thing when it comes to writing? But it
I
doesn't
think
work
it
that way.
depends. I think if you're, so I know a lot of writers that they go and put timelines in. They're like, right, I've got to
Yes.
hit this point by this, and they've already put their pre-sale up straight away to
Okay.
start doing stuff.
Yes.
Because especially if you're an indie author, maybe that's a way to actually get you to finish the work. If that
True.
makes, get it
True.
into, and then you have the trad version, which is they've got an agent, they've got a publishing house. So they all have deadlines because they can take a couple of years to even print. Do you know what I mean? So
Yes.
they all have deadlines and it goes through all of the processes. So, and where I live is lovely and quiet, so I'm quite lucky. But I know for a fact, if I had a house full of kids, like when I was younger and my kids were young, I could not write. I can tell you that, shadow of a doubt, wouldn't be happening.
That's why,
No way.
but that's why I'm also thinking now, you a full-time worker. We know authors like this. You're a full-time worker. You're a mom or dad. And you're finding time between your lunch breaks, early hours of the
Yep.
morning, just to write a bit. That is passion, that's dedication. And I think, wow,
Unbelievable.
that's amazing. The fact that I get chills even thinking about it because, and those are usually the authors who don't force it down your throat. Read my book, read this. These are the
Yeah.
people that want you to enjoy their book because
Look at
they enjoyed
Terry,
writing
for
it. Yes,
instance.
exactly like Terry. Exactly.
That chick, she does not, she's like the secret assassin. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
she
She's
said
like,
so
she's
sneaky.
writing. And then the
Mm.
next thing you see on social media,
Oh, poof.
Nick's book is coming out. It's like, what? When did this happen? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
secret assassin. That's it. Secret assassin is our Terry. And everyone has got their processes. So
Yes.
for me, if I know I'm busy writing, our ongoing word wars is what
Oh, it's helped
keep
me so much.
in place. Because, so I'm very lucky because this is kind of like my work. SAIAA, the local book hive, and my writing is my life. That is it, plus my art. But that's only been the case because I was medically retired, if you know what I mean.
Let's pretend 10 years back, babe. 10 years back. Would you be able to do any of this now?
All right, so it's over 10 years. But say like 13 years.
Okay,
right,
so
at
let's
least.
round it off. 15. 15 years ago, would you have been able to do this, what you're doing now? Do you think you would have the capacity?
15 years ago, I was mindless and I was just traveling the world was my job. I was jumping from going to university
No
to
mindfulness.
university, doing what I do.
No
Nothing.
miss mindfulness.
I was suited and booted, big high heels, face full of makeup, hair to point, suits every day, and I was traveling and doing
Real
my
London.
job.
You were like a real
And
Londoner.
after I finished, it would be going for drinks after work. It would be going for food with people.
Oh.
That was my life.
Every day.
I didn't think about
Also
how am I feeling
writing.
today? What does my
Nothing.
skin feel like?
Nothing.
I got out of my abusive relationship. I left the country, sorted out my stuff, and then I focused on my work. And that was it. I was a career woman to the point. I was like the boss bitch that you hear about. That was me. Plain and simple.
Wow.
But the person I am today and who I was are two different beasts, completely.
I don't know who you're talking about. Who's this other person you're talking about? Like what?
I mean,
what have I liked her?
Um, I was just hustle. You know
I
what I
get
mean?
it
I
though.
was corporate. I was corporate, a lot of stress, a lot of looking
No
after
time
big
for,
deans of universities, nothing. It was out socializing, making sure I was doing what I'm meant to be doing. And then I became very sick, and my life changed within less than a week. That was it. I was bedbound for a majority of my life, of those 10 years. 15-hour operations, multiple
but
operations.
what was, let me ask you, so you used writing as a healing, right? That's
Yes.
usually most people, it starts somewhere where you go, okay, I'm going to start writing. So for you, it was you're bent down now, you're in a
Yeah.
very challenging position. What am I going to do about this? Now I have to sit and think. I can't hustle now. I can't run to another
So,
country. Like,
no, I
yeah,
mean, for me, I was like, right, I've got a lot of trauma still to deal with. And now I'm bedbound, stuck in a home. My husband is busy working within the Met Police, very busy. And I'm like, how am I going to sort my head out so I don't lose my crap? Do you know what I mean? Because you basically think of it as you guys that were stuck in COVID times where you weren't allowed out the house. That was my life without COVID. Okay, so
okay,
that's the only way I can describe it. So that
okay.
was my life. So for me, I started because I've always done like little quotes and things, and but I never really thought of anything of it. And then I just started talking into Otter and writing and journaling and mind dumping and studying mindfulness and psychosex therapy,
And that's
and
how
it
you got
all
into
became
it.
a big thing. Yeah, all became a big thing, and then it's resulted into this, which is crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
something happens when you decide to become a full-blown author, writer. Something happens, I could say, my writing, the way I speak, all the things that I was afraid of, the
yeah,
way I spell, I know you could say the same, like you said when you were 8. Um, but it's about putting yourself out there, getting uncomfortable, allowing
yes,
yourself to make the mistakes, and then learning from it and being like, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to just keep on going. Because
yeah,
from where, like you said, 50 years brave to where you are now, how the writers' rooms have not all the writing prompts have helped you and so forth.
yeah.
I love it. And I can say the same from who I was 4 months ago to now. Who is she?
Listen, I've read
So
your Rev at the moment, and Rev is on point. So, from
no,
someone
I
who's
want to
been
get more
writing
detailed.
children's books,
Okay, so I can be
yeah,
honest with you as well. Put it this way, I've always been writing. Always. I
yeah,
just don't talk about it a lot. It's only now recently that I have. But I just put my foot in the water with children's books. But there's so much more. It's just about me, my own saboteur, and allowing myself to do that and having the support. And that's why I will rant and rave about SAIAA and the Hive because of what it's done for me personally. And I want to write not just for others, but for me. I want to get those characters out. I want to get
yeah.
more. And I know you know.
Oh, I know. I mean, look at me. I've written kids' mindfulness books. Do you know what I
Oh, it's
mean?
beautiful. I can't wait
But
to print them.
they've never been published ever.
Mm,
Never been
mm.
published because I wrote those for my friends' kids that were like 5 and 6 years old who suffered of anxiety from bullying, and I'm like, okay, how can I help them? So I made Mindfulness Monsters to kind of help them.
Mm.
And it was never something that I was going to publish ever. But it's weird how you can go from all of this and then you're coming full circle doing it all. Do you know what I mean? But this is what takes a village because not only you say that we help you, but you help me.
Mm.
You know,
That's how it should.
I might be
It's a whole
the,
kumbaya moment. I love this.
yeah.
Yeah, let's get onto Aladdin's carpet and fly to the universe. Why not? We can make it
Yeah, because
happen.
we're all growing. I mean, I can see it in with the authors that we do
Mm,
have. I can see how they're growing in confidence, how they are feeling that they can actually talk about their stuff and they can ask questions without feeling like they're going to be shouted at. You know what I mean? I have many a private conversation with our authors, and it blows me away.
But I think that's what it's also about. Even though there's the SAIAA members group, anyone can reach out to us personally and we can have a one-on-one, because sometimes people don't want to do a group thing. And I get that too. But the point is that option is there, and it all starts from the members group. That's how the connections are made and so forth. I just see something here now. Does anyone know a reliable and SARS registered professional for small business advice and tax? Sorry, we don't do that here. We don't talk about SARS and tax. We only talk about books and authors and writers. Sorry, pest control zone. Sorry, thank you.
No. And then we come down to even our ambassadors. Now, those ladies are fantastic. You know, they don't just hype up SAIAA, but they really help the authors with their upcoming books, the local book hive with our authors there, and we've got a whole new thing happening, which is exciting for them. So, you know, there's going to be a completely... I can't say.
Talk.
Can you say?
What exactly do you want me to talk about? Exactly. Are you talking about ambassadors or are you talking about Triple H?
Talking about ambassadors.
Ambassadors. Okay, so with the ambassadors, there is just some new. We're looking for some new ambassadors. There's definitely going to be some new initiatives. So it's a win-win situation for the ambassador and the SAIAA Hive, because it's not just an ordinary ambassadorship. It's way deeper than that. And I'm so excited to see who decides to make a video, enter, show us what you got, say, I like reading South African indie authors. I love reading published South African authors. I support South Africa. I see your initiative. I want to be a part of that. I also want to be a part of a community that will support me as I will support them, and be part of the Latin carpet to the universe. Why not?
Indeed.
And each ambassador is so different and brings something so unique to the table. And, I love it. I'm learning so much from them. They're learning from me, but I know it's a cliche thing to say, but it's not even family. We're all linked in some kind of way, but we're all so different, the ambassadors. Yeah. So I want more ambassadors to come to join and just be a part of this great journey with us.
There's a lot happening with SAIAA and the local book hive. You know, I mean, the works that we've got on the local book hive is, you know, there's some amazing authors on there.
Yes.
And they deserve for people to read their books. Because the one thing about the local book hive is the fact that they actually give the bigger payment to the author. Not like other places. Which
Must I even get into? No, we don't have to name, but the thing is, put it this way. I'm just going to show quickly here. So let me get the books, because you saw it already this morning. And I showed it off last night on the members group. So this is from people we don't name, okay? The quality is horrible.
It's a zon.
It's just the color, my drawings inside this book look dull. It looks horrible, okay? This, I wouldn't even pay 30 Rand for this book. And let's pretend someone had to buy this book from this specific place we're not talking about. I'll probably only get 30 Rand.
It's
20 Rand even.
A place called the Zon.
Zon, yeah, the Zon.
Zon.
Local book hive, best print on demand, quality, it's thick.
It's shiny.
The colors, look at the colors. I can actually see all my sketching, how I did it. You can't see it in this one. Way better quality. So local book hive isn't just for promoting, oh, you can get this book over here. The print happens there as well.
Yeah.
And then you get the full
Yeah.
price as well. And it's literally benefiting the author at the end of the day. And I think that was the whole goal, and it has been and still is the whole goal, so that no one gets scammed, no one gets taken.
Advantage of,
Yes.
because, like for instance, at the Zon, some people are
Mm-hmm.
lucky if they get what, $1.
Yeah. Or you
You
post your
know,
book.
I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting. It's now 7 months
Mm.
for 3 payments, and I'm talking about like $4. It's like, and I've just
I
given
had the
up now.
same
I'm like,
issue.
what's
I
the
had the
point?
same issue.
That,
It takes forever. I think it took about a year until I got my
yeah,
$1.36 a
it's
year.
ridiculous. So I think this is also what readers don't understand is
Mm.
just because it's going through certain book places, they're thinking that the author, or maybe they're not even thinking, because they're just thinking, I want this book and this is the easiest way for it. But what the actual authors get is shocking. It
Mm.
is so bad. And I'm just like, that's why the Hive was created as well,
Yes.
because we wanted to come at it from an author point of view of actually they deserve to get the proper payment. And it shouldn't be the other way around where the actual company gets the higher payment. That's
It
a load of
doesn't make
nonsense.
sense. It doesn't make
No,
sense to
it
me.
doesn't.
Uh,
It's
Um,
greed.
it's very much greed, and then when you see how much it's taken off, like after they do the percentage and everything like that, it's like, okay, but then what is
Yeah,
even the point? Yeah,
yeah.
or you put your book up and you're waiting for it to clear. Now you can't do anything until that clears.
Yeah.
You can't change your address, you can't re-upload it or delete the book. It's just stuck there. And that happens also to a lot of authors who go through SAIAA
Yeah.
as well. Mm.
Yeah, exactly. And also you have at the moment where now they're actually going to be, a lot of them are going to start charging authors
Mm.
if they haven't earned $100, but they're going to charge authors. I
Or,
can understand certain reasons why they're doing this because they're trying to get rid of the AI slop.
yes, but they're also going to, now, if your book is not over a certain price, they're going to remove it completely. That's the new thing now. So let's
Wow.
pretend now
Okay.
this is $14.
Right.
If it's under $14, they're taking the whole book away and everything. It's not going to be
Oh,
there
there goes
anymore.
my books in. Bye bye,
So,
books. I would not warrant putting
unless
my book up for more.
otherwise, you must put your book up. Let's say, like, because I know this book is, I think, not even, it's like $3
Yeah.
or something. It's going to get taken off. What do you mean? How's that going to work then? So there's a big dispute going on with a few places now. Mm.
I mean, I think also people aren't looking at about the cost of living. So
Oh,
prices are going up, but wages aren't going up. So how
no.
can you expect a reader to pay $20 or whatever for a small book, say a novella, for instance? You know what
Yes.
I mean? I can understand paying money for really good special editions and you know what I mean, like big books, chunky
Yeah.
books.
Mm.
But when you're talking about like novellas and stuff, that's crazy. And even the pricing of across the board,
Mm.
I think in the UK now it's like £20 or something for, it's just
That's a lot of
expensive.
money. Why is it
You
so
know,
expensive? £20. Wow. How do you convert that?
unless you go to certain like supermarkets that obviously buy things in bulk, so they get
Mm.
they get quite big discounts and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I saw somebody's book that I know them, and they're putting it up at like £19.99. So I'm
No. Is
like,
that a novella?
yeah,
No, it's too expensive. Look, maybe you get lucky and someone does buy it or whatever, but no. Mm-mm.
I think pricing is a big thing. Pricing is a massive thing, but I can understand it's such a difficult one, right? Because
Mm.
people will put it up so they can kind of make a bit more commission. So this is also why we said about the Hive is that we give them the decent percentage of the commission, the payment.
Yes.
That way, they don't have to put their prices up sky high
Hmm.
because they're even getting a better deal as is, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know. Like, so for example, with Zaza, you'll get the only $1 and they get the majority amount, where
Yeah,
with local book hive, they get the $1 and we get the majority
yeah,
amount,
yeah,
which that's how it should be. And yes, you still have to put the actual physical book there. You still need to get it printed and stuff, but the option is there. And people don't realize printing ain't cheap.
it's so
And
not. It's so
they
not.
think many a times that a place will also pay for the printing as well. And then no, that's also why launch
Yeah,
day. It's great to have a launch day, but it's only stuff like when I put my book out, Patches, my first book. I'm like, okay, cool. I put the book out. Yay. Why is no one coming? Oh, babe, you haven't promoted it. You haven't told anyone about it. Where's your street team? I didn't know any of this stuff. Now I do. But yeah,
street
launch
teams are
day,
amazing.
street team, all of it matters. I think, again, this is why SAIAA Hive exists to help authors, writers, creatives, to show them, okay, you've done this step now. This is the next step. And you go step by
Yeah.
step. There's 15 in total.
Yeah, you did 15 videos for them,
Yeah, there's
which is
15.
amazing.
So thank you. But I wanted to do that, or we wanted to do that because to just show people, cool. Now there's launch day. You're probably at number 11 or number 12. There's still 3 more steps to go, babe.
Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I think, and that's the thing, is because people don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
But there
If you don't ask,
wasn't really any information out there
sure.
that was like, okay, this is exactly what you need to do. You would have to go to all different sources. And then you had to think, are these sources correct? Are they giving me what I need, or are they trying to scam me for some money so that, X, Y, and Z? It's such a difficult one. And I think especially here, it's even harder in that sense. Because unfortunately, our rand is not
Strong enough.
doing well at all. It's not strong. So if you're trying to get into an international market, it's it's expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to do it the shortcut way, they won't buy your books anyway.
No. And then you get a reputation, and it's very hard to come back once you've been cancelled in some other kind of way.
There's so much
Especially
drama across TikTok and Insta at the moment.
everywhere, and it's regardless if it's AI. I'm even just talking about a cover. If the designer
Yeah.
didn't get it right for the artist, for the author, or the author just wasn't giving like they usually do, or whatever the case may be, people are ruthless, and I think sometimes
Oh, yes.
the reader even forgets that, hey, there's a person behind that. Sometimes I feel they project their own emotions instead of actually giving a decent review about the actual book.
But then I
But
think
that's
that's both
people.
ways as well.
Yeah, true.
That's both ways as well.
True.
Because say I read a book and I'm like, okay, I'm giving it 3 stars.
Mm.
Said author could be really annoyed because they're like 3 stars not good enough.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's like 66%. So actually, it is. I've had 5 stars and I've had 3 stars, and they all bring value in different
Yeah.
ways. Because I want to be better for my next book, and for the
Exactly.
next one, and the next one. But I also want to be better for myself, not just for my audience or
That's what
for
people forget.
anything.
People want to, many a times, they first serve the person before they serve themselves. You have to give yourself grace. Just like Shay said, I love that video that she put out. Just like you give your MC or your main characters grace, you got to give yourself grace too.
Yep. And I've been preaching this for many years. You have to fill up your cup before you can help anybody else. And
Your
that is
voice
with
has been
everything.
in my head the whole time. My
Yes.
voice has been in
Even
your
the best, Shanae, even the best bestseller books have had one. Exactly. It is, everyone has got their different thoughts on what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah,
Plain
yeah.
and simple. And if you're going to give a 1-star review or a 5-star review, just lead
Mindful.
with kindness, be mindful, because think of it like this. If you've done a project yourself at work and you go to your manager, right? You go to your manager and
Yes.
they're like, they ridicule you, they treat you, they like say this is so
Absolutely
bad.
bring you down. Like I said,
Bring you down.
Shit.
So I want people to think of that feeling when they are doing reviews. How would you like someone to tell you something that's not sitting well with them within something?
There's
Do you know
a
what I
way
mean?
of.
Just
There's a way.
avoiding
There
it.
is a way.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I help people a lot of the time. I say to them, and this is what I say to my overseas people, there's a way of saying something. You can be so direct, but just say it with tact. You can
Yes.
say the thing that you want to say, but say it with tact, because remember there's a person behind that. So it's a learning process. It's something that you need to learn. It's a habit, but your voice has been in my head. You got to go down to get back up again, to be fully,
You do.
to fill up that cup.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for, your voice is constantly in my head with that. I'm like, as soon as I want to do
Shame.
10 other things, and I'm like, no, stop, go back, sit, let's breathe, let's have a
Yeah.
cup of coffee, let's look at the birds or whatever, and then I can get back again. Because if you're going to constantly go the whole time, something is going to happen. Something's going to give.
It's like a washing machine. If you keep on pulling in the washing and you don't take it out, eventually it's going to break.
Yep.
But I think when it comes to maybe you're in a bad mood when you have written something or you've read something, do yourself a favor. Go stand on grass, go outside, put on a favorite tune, take
Yes.
a moment before you react. Because I can tell you now, 10 minutes after writing or saying what you've said, you're going to feel like rubbish.
Yes.
Because you're like,
that's what
I
happens.
did that in anger.
Yeah. That's why it's good to sometimes just message a friend, say, hey, is this too much? If you trust someone enough, sometimes if you need to just get it out, because standing on grass or throwing a pillow around doesn't always help. So I think having a trusted person, where I know we don't all have that, but just someone to go, hey, just calm that flame a little. I'm here for you. Let it out on me, but let's sit with this. Okay, now go run outside in the rain and cool yourself down. I think that is so important as well.
I just love what Natasha said. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop reacting, drop your shoulders, roll your eyes. Awesome. And Shanae is totally right about what she's just said.
Also, if you choose not to say something, then you also need to let it go. There we are. No. Speak.
Exactly.
Say what you need to say.
I think that's a lot of people hold on to stuff. And
Remember,
then
not
they hold it
everything needs
against
your
somebody.
action. Yes.
Yeah. And it's also to think about the things that we work for are worth it. When you get that instant hit of dopamine and like, yeah, I've done this, it's gone within 10 minutes after that. But if you actually start enjoying the process of doing something the longer way, the right way, you'll appreciate all of the glimmer moments in between, and the learnings and the teachings and when you finally get to that space, then you're like, okay, I did that. I did all of that through the ups, through the downs, through the happies, through the lows. You did it. And that's worth celebrating. But when
Yes.
you go from this first, like, okay, I'm just going to shove some prompts in and then it's out, you know what I mean? It's like, stop looking for the botched job.
Yes.
Think of it as a house. You have a house, you have to upkeep it, you have to keep it clean, keep the lights on, keep the food in the kitchen and all of this stuff. If you start botching the foundations, eventually the whole thing's going to crumble.
Yeah.
And then you're left with, well, but I did this. And it's like, well, you took the easy route,
Yes.
which turns out to be the hardest route in the end. You're very lucky if you can go the quick route and actually succeed.
But then
Very
later
lucky.
on, very lucky, but then
But it'll come back to hit
it's
you
going to
at some
come back.
point.
Karma is real, okay?
Oh,
Karma is like a hula hoop. That BITCH doesn't play. You got to respect
No.
it. So there's rules and regulations in life for a reason, because with the good comes bad, and with the bad comes good, and with every choice you make comes consequences. You're going to get one little drolly drink water over here that's going to be like, I don't like this, and you get another person who's like, yay, full support. The balance of it all.
Yeah, it's that pendulum swing.
Yep.
But, you know, the main thing out of it all is lead with kindness with yourself.
Yes.
Give yourself a bit of grace.
Yes.
Give yourself a moment to learn, grow, achieve things. If your writing is not working, stop. Walk away. Do you know how many things I have stopped? As you are busy reading one at the moment for me, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work.
I'm going to look at it.
You know,
yes. Like,
but you know what I mean? It's like, just step away.
But that's
It
what
might
I'm
not
doing
be okay
even.
now, but it will be in the future.
But that's what I'm doing now with my one children's book, going for older genre. I said it to you the other day, and I think I said it to Shanae as well. I just don't have the urge. I feel like throwing this whole thing away. And you're like, no, stop. Just put it to the side. You're not in that space now of giants and tackies and saving stuff.
Yeah.
You're in a different space now. Yes, I'm in rev space. I'm in shifter space now.
And that's the thing.
So that happens.
So you keep those things in folders that one day, and I can tell you it will happen.
Yes,
because it happens to me all the time. Is that you'll be like, oh, I remember that story I started writing. And then you'll go back to it. And then it will just come naturally and flow the way it should. Don't force it. When you force it, you're going to hate it.
That's what happened with Patches. With all my children's books, it was moments where I'm just scribbling on my paper, or I think about it 2 weeks later, and I think that's the process of it all.
Who's on?
Ooh-hoo!
Oh, Michelle.
Hello!
You should be on holiday.
Go away! Go sleep.
Madam should be on holiday. Go and play with the animals.
Yes, the very tame animals.
And that's the thing as well. It's exactly like this. It's like Michelle is on holiday. No SAIAA, no Hive. Holiday. Do you know what I mean? And people forget that it's good to step out, go play, go have some fun. Because when you come back, you're going to be so refreshed and so...
Yes! Then you want to do things
full of different ideas.
Oh, so much. So, I'm sorry, she is here now. I'm going to show off. So...
Oh, it's so cute.
So cute.
That's the month. That's the new book for the month.
For the month of May. And... It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. So, these are the things why this place also exists. It's because of posting people, speaking about people, and it's all of this. Everything that we've been speaking about today. It's not, these are the little tiny gratifications, these little small glimmers.
When will the books of the month? Oh, so Michelle is
It is
on holiday. I think
usually,
she's sorting them when she gets back.
yes, she usually,
I think
usually
it's
it's
to
the
the
15th. 15th.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
That's when
So
the book
you'll
hive
have it
starts.
for the 15th.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm. So
from
she
what I
comes back
remember.
the 9th, and she's
Yeah.
already put out a few things on the book hive group. She's put out a few things that's on discount. All the all three of her books is on discount now at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so we have until the 14th to finish the locket.
So I know that
Mm,
she will be back on that as soon as she gets home. I
yes,
just know her too
yes,
well. I
yes,
know that she's got everything prepared to go for when she gets back.
yes.
So it'll be with you
Soon,
shortly.
soon.
Um, but yeah, and this is what I love about the fact that we have this local book club for the Hive that is
Yes.
just for local indie authors. I mean,
Yes,
that's
just for them.
amazing in
And we can
itself.
interview them and we can actually have a
Hmm.
one-on-one with them because you don't get that
Yeah.
often.
No.
I think it was Michaela that shared it with me, but there's a book signing with the fox, the mole. It's that
Hmm.
very popular book, but he's going to be at the waterfront. And
Okay.
how cool is that? You can go and see him and speak to him and speak to the author.
Mm.
But we have that at the Book Hive. We have that with the
Yes,
authors.
we do.
So it's
Yeah.
awesome. And how we have interviews with the authors as well. I know, for example, we've spoken to Shanae. I've spoken to Michelle. We've spoken to you. Um, Terry. Oh, that was an interesting one.
You
Yes.
haven't really. I'm kind of staying out of it, so
Ah, no, you
you've had little
naughty. Mm,
snippets.
snippets, yeah.
No, just I'd rather everyone else get seen to.
I'm like that too. Don't worry. I hear you.
So I don't need to be front and. This is my thing. This is what I can do. You know. And when my turn comes, my time comes. But
Yeah, I know. It was very funny, the birthday live. It was very
uh,
cute. We did well. Adrian was amazing. He was the main
he
man.
was.
We pulled back a bit. You saw what I did. I'm like,
Mm,
Adrian, answer. I'm
yeah.
not going to answer. Adrian.
No, definitely. I'd rather highlight others first.
Our time comes when it comes. And believe me, when it comes, it's so,
Yeah,
just is like that.
it
But
is.
babe,
So,
we've spoken for over
mm,
an hour. What would you like to close off with? Let's do something nice. What would you like to do to close off with?
so just to really honestly thank everyone who's been part of this journey so far. To be fair, I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't just take one or two people. It takes, like I say, a whole village. It takes people like Siobhan Bongma,
Mm,
Shanae, all the
mm.
ambassadors, the guardian body, the authors, Natasha for her incredible admin that
Yeah.
she's just like crazy with.
Yeah.
It takes a whole team of people. And it's not leading with ego, which is
No.
amazing because it's all different walks of life.
Mm.
And
I want to give a
also the
big shout
readers,
out.
it's getting it out there to the readers.
I want to give a big shout out to Azaria because the
Yes.
stuff that she's coming out with now for the ambassadors, I just want to say massive thank you. I'm learning so
Yeah.
much from you. Your talent is phenomenal as well. And
Yeah.
that's one of the ambassadors. And we learn from each other, we grow together, and oh, I love it. I love it.
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's about learning and growing together. No
Mm,
matter if you are an author or if you are a small business that supports authors,
mm,
it's all one. It's this beautiful ecosystem that is
yes.
growing so organically. And
Mm,
that's what it's about. It's growing organically and, word of mouth is talking to each other and, it's leading with
all of that.
kindness first and foremost with
Mm,
all of it. Yes, there's always going to be ups and downs within everything that everybody does,
that's
and that's
normal.
part of the
But we
thing.
handle it. That's the thing. I think we take
Yeah,
it on as a team and we go, okay, but how can we make it work? It's before it gets ugly, before it
yeah,
gets unfair and people feel that their
yeah,
voices aren't getting heard. We sit with it and we go, okay, everyone is getting a chance now to talk. all the cards are on the table. Let's make this work for everyone so that it's fair. I love it.
Definitely. So yes, if
Yeah.
you want to read South African authors and indie authors at that, you need to go to the local book hive.
Yep.
Plain
Go to
simple.
the local book
Because not
hive.
only are you going to read their book, but you're actually giving them the better deal in the profit, which
Yes.
is a huge thing.
Massive.
And it can make a big difference to an author. It's making that difference of paying that bill, putting food on the table.
And
And this
just
is why we
feeling
do
like,
what
wow,
we do.
my words is touching someone, or
Yeah.
yes, my magic is getting to you. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
go and
Bye.
support a local South African indie author. Plain and simple.
Come
Thank you for
support
your
local
time.
indie authors. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Goodbye.
almost
Thank you,
called you Michelle.
everybody.
Bye, Angela.
Well,
Bye.
she's here in essence.
Yes, she is.
Bye-bye. Bye.